This is Krisha from Coconut Lime Nutrition. You might have found me through my website. If not, you can link it down below. I'm a holistic nutritionist, and this is my very first YouTube video. Yay! I hope you like it. So today I'd like to talk to you about immunity. It's early September and the kids are back in school, and that means that cold and flu season is just around the corner. So there are some things that you can do now to start building your immune system to prevent, which is kind of unlikely, or to at least reduce the severity and the duration of any kind of illness. And it definitely should help reduce the need for any of those immune compromising antibiotics. So poor nutrition, eating poorly, lots of junk food, or not eating, it can result in increased invaders, viruses, bacteria, which does damage to our cells in our body. So slow wound healing, if you have a cut and it's taking forever to heal, or bruises that take forever to go away, and lots of colds and stuff are a sign that your immune system is low, and maybe it's time to start boosting it a little bit. So I'm a nutritionist, so the first thing we're going to talk about is food. So at this time of year, when somebody gets sick, the first thing they think of is orange juice. And that's fine. But did you know that bell peppers, so red peppers, green peppers, orange peppers, parsley, strawberries, broccoli, lemon water, kale, kiwi, tomatoes, celery, squash, and grapefruit are also excellent sources of vitamin C? The other important immune boosting vitamins to consider are called your ACEs. So that's your vitamin A, C, vitamin E, selenium, and zinc. I do know this. These vitamins help to support your tissues, and they bolster those defenses so that when you do get a virus or something, those nutrients are in there and they're like fighting that battle, so that you just kind of don't really get too sick. So vitamin A is found in lots of foods. It's in sweet potatoes, carrots, parsley, peppers, grapefruit, spinach, kale. Does that sound familiar? So all the stuff that has vitamin C also has vitamin A. So there you go, 2 for 1. Vitamin E is found in almonds, olive oil, sunflower seeds, spinach again. Selenium is really good for your liver, so it helps sort of detoxify, which helps get rid of, it helps your immune system. So Brazil nuts are high in selenium, but you only need maybe 1 or 2 a day, and that's good. And zinc is in pumpkin seeds, cremini mushrooms are high in zinc, and again, spinach. So these foods also contain those phytonutrients that help protect our cells from free radical damage, from stress, pollution, pesticides, poor eating habits, and electronic devices like our cell phones and computers and Wi-Fi's and that. In addition to these foods, don't forget your garlic and onions. They contain sulfur, which provide antibacterial and antiviral properties as well. And they also work with vitamin C to help kill off any infections. So the key is to try to get 5 servings of veggies a day. So just eating a red pepper when you're feeling sick isn't going to cut it. This is something that you need to incorporate on a day-to-day basis to build up your immunity, basically. So again, that list of vegetables: spinach, broccoli, kale, carrots, sweet potato, cauliflower, tomatoes, squash, peppers, celery, beets, garlic, and onions. And the great thing is that all of these foods are in season in September and October. So you'll be able to find them at most farmers markets, which stay open until like late October. So for the kiddies, I have 2 small children. I have a 3.5-year-old and an 11-month-old. So you want to try to get as many of these foods in them as you can. Sometimes it's a little hard, especially for, especially for the 2-3-year-olds. So I do offer the veggies every day to my eldest, and but I also make smoothies, and I puree vegetables. So I'll puree a bunch of spinach and carrots and a whole bunch of crap in my beautiful Vitamix, and I'll freeze it into 1 cup portions in freezer bags, and then I'll just add it to my spaghetti sauce or whatever, or any other innocuous food like a stew or something like that. My 3-year-old can spot a leafy green, no matter what it is, from a million miles away. So it's just easier if I kind of hide that stuff, because otherwise the meal is completely gone. If he sees it, he refuses to eat it, even if it's macaroni and cheese. He just won't eat it. My 11-month-old eats everything. He's a charm. So in terms of supplements, they're kind of like an insurance policy. Obviously, food is best. But there are some things that you can do. So I talked about the vitamin A, C, E, S. So you can get a supplement if you want to boost that. You can also get some zinc. I hope these are showing up the right way, because when I'm looking in the camera, they're backwards. Another thing that you can do is, this is St. Francis. They do really good herbals, and this is one that's called Deep Immune, and they do one for grown-ups, and they do one for kids too. So you can just, again, as a preventative measure, start adding it in water, and that'll help build up the immune system. Obviously, we've got vitamin D, which in Canada we do need more of that in the wintertime, so you can start supplementing probably around October. And what else have we got for the kids here? So this, I'm not even going to pronounce. If it's backwards, I apologize, but it's I'm not going to pronounce this. It's homeopathic, and this is for like flus and stuff. But one of my teachers, a naturopath, did say that you could take like maybe a quarter of these little things at a time as a preventative measure. So that's something. But we do use that if the kids are ever sick. And I have to say that my kids, they have gotten sick, they have gotten colds, but they've never been on antibiotics, and it usually only lasts like a day. So my son will get a fever, and we'll have to bring him home from daycare, but then by the next day he's perfectly fine. There's kids 0 to 9, so this is like cough and cold for if they have a sore throat. There's also Stodol by Borean, that's another. This is all homeopathic, by the way. This is another one, Corizalia. Love how they have these names. This is another one that you can use for when they have just like some runny nose and sneezing and stuff like that. They also do a teething one, which is good. And then some accoutrements. You can use this Hydrosense snot sucker, which is awesome. It comes with these vials that you somehow squeeze up their nose, and then it has the sucker thing. You stick the sucker up their nose, and then you suck it. Another thing that my sister actually told me to do, and this is brilliant, this is those ear syringes, but if you use it as a snot sucker, sorry, I just blew myself in the face. So, you squeeze it first, stick it up their little nose, and then release while it's still in their nose, and it pulls out that snot like crazy. Then you just like rinse it out, and I throw it in the dishwasher. The number one thing for immunity, no question, is your probiotics. Your immunity is in your gut. That is where 70-80% of our immune system is. If our gut is compromised, we will be getting sick. So my kids, every day, they get their probiotic. For my 11-month-old, I put it in his milk. For my 3-year-old, I just whip it in his water, or if he's having yogurt, I'll put it in that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And for me and my husband, we take that every day. I wanted to mention that frequent strep throats and stuff, if you get those, that could be a sign that you have candida. I used to get strep throat all the time, like all the time, and sick. I was sick constantly. But now I don't get that anymore, knock on wood, because I did some healing where my gut was concerned, and I healed where candida was concerned as well. So it is definitely a symptom that comes up quite frequently in people who have candida. So something just to consider. Another thing, when you're sick, take the day off, please. Don't go to work. You're going to get everybody else sick. It can wait. I've worked in lots of high executive jobs, and I know that feeling. of needing to be there. And especially if there's a meeting or something like that. If you absolutely have to go in, do what you had to do. If it was a meeting that you were integral and nobody else could do it, go and do it. But then go home. Rest. The only way that you're ever going to get better is if you rest. And one of the things that my husband always tells me is to sweat it out. So get under those covers and get really hot, put tons of clothes on and sweat it out. I do the same with my kids. I prolong the Tylenol because I want him, the fever is there to help kill off those pathogens. That's what it's there for. It's heating up that body so that those bugs are going to die. By immediately putting that Tylenol in there, you're compromising their immune system to do what they're supposed to do. Of course, I would never put my kids in jeopardy. I never go above whatever it is, 102 or something. I don't know. But and overnight as well. I will give him, if he is feverish, I will give him Tylenol overnight because we're all sleeping. So if he spikes, I won't know. But during the day, I kind of let him chill out, sweat it out a bit. If he's feeling extremely uncomfortable, of course I'm going to comfort him. Of course I'm going to give him some Tylenol. But we try to prolong it. Yeah, so another thing that you can do is my handy dandy drink here, which I make when I do get sick. Well, you're not going to be able to see it. I'm going to have to pick it up. So we have half a lemon. You've got your apple cider vinegar, cayenne pepper, and some raw honey or manuka honey. I don't have any, otherwise I'd show it to you. Manuka honey has got a lot of great healing properties in it. It's good for the gut too. So, and boiling water. So boil your kettle and then squeeze your lemon, throw that in there, and then I would put, I don't know, just like some apple cider vinegar. Sorry, I don't know measurements. Maybe like a tablespoon of the honey and a tiny bit of the cayenne. If you like it spicier, put more. It tastes like crap, but it works. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. So another thing you can do is incorporate all those foods I mentioned, well, not all of them, but some of those foods I mentioned in a smoothie. So I will post the recipe on my website, and the link will be below. But basically you can use a couple of apples, which are in season, some celery, some spinach, a banana for a little bit of sweetness, some cilantro. Cilantro is a really great chelating herb. So what that means is it takes heavy metals and toxins and things like that, and it sticks it to the molecule of the cilantro molecules, and it helps get rid of it out of your body. So parsley obviously would be in there. Your juice of your half a lemon, and ginger. Ginger's another really great food that you can use when you're not feeling good. So you can even add it to the tea I mentioned, and you can add it to the smoothie, or just make some sort of ginger soup or grate it on whatever. My mother-in-law grates it on eggs. They're Chinese, and they make this egg dish, and it has like grated ginger on it. It was really good. I craved it like crazy when I was pregnant. Then you add some hemp and some coconut oil. Coconut oil is fantastic for so many things. Yeah, so that's that. I hope that this has been informative. I don't know if 14 minutes is too long for a video. If it is, let me know. If you have any questions, you can comment below or just send me an email through my website. So my website is coconutlimenutrition.com. I'm on Facebook, Coconut Lime Nutrition. I'm on Instagram, Coconut Lime Nutrition. I'm on Twitter, Coconut Lime 2013. I need to change that. And Pinterest and all that. So all of that you can find through my website. So hopefully this has been good. And yeah, let me know. Bye.